Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another live stream for myself, Kevin, Howard, and Matt. Today, guys, we're just going to have a quick chat about school holidays. And, well, we could have a chat about a long time. We're all parents, and we could we go on forever about kids and school holidays. But no, more importantly about the housing market, really, and what effect these sort of 6-7 weeks, whatever it is, has on it, and just have a look at how it's performing at the moment as well. So it'd be interesting to get your guys' thoughts on what's going on and what you think about it. But it is an interesting topic, certainly this time of year, because it does make a difference, good or bad. So Howard, Matt, how are you guys? Are you good?
Good. Howie, I'll let you go first.
Doing okay, actually. Doing okay. I kept trying to get used to this tropical, strange weather we're having. Where even today it's warm, but there's a threat of rain. And so, apart from that, market-wise, there's been a considerable difference. August we've seen been a lot quieter in terms of houses coming to the market for sure, but also, houses selling as well. And I was reading an article which I'll lead into. I was going to lead it after early on this morning on Rightmove. So this was produced by Rightmove, and they're saying it's this last few weeks. It's the first time this year that we've seen a price drop, albeit I think they said an average of £1,000 and so forth. And they're putting it down to a couple of things that you've mentioned there: the summer holidays and obviously the end of the stamp duty. But they're also seeing a slowdown in houses selling. Okay, but they tend to be the bigger homes, so that there's a slight drop in demand for the bigger homes, because obviously the stamp duty has had an impact on there, and also people, I think people are putting off moving for the summer months. But hopefully, this report actually says that. I think Matthew alluded to it last time we were on here, that we will see like an autumn boom, and I'm hoping we will do, and most people are predicting that. So. Yeah, I think it's a bit of both, Kevin. Summer holidays, bit of stamp duty, bit of everything. But I for sure seen in the personality that big end markets, so houses, I would say in excess of 350. New builds hit quite a lot of, it's a kind of stumbling block, and I think people are scratching their heads there.
If you think about it,
it
doesn't surprise me that there's a little dip in those sort of top end prices, because stamp duty, not paying it, was allowing people to offer more.
Yeah.
Because although you save money in stamp duty, you actually had to pay more for the house. So you gained in not paying stamp duty, but you saved £5,000 in stamp duty, 6, 7, 8 grand in stamp duty, but you paid
10 grand more.
10 grand more for the house. So I'm not sure whether stamp duty actually worked, but that'll be why. One of the reasons I would think is because people's offers on properties will be reflective of having to pay stamp duty now.
Yeah, I think so. You're seeing the same, aren't you, Matt? I dare say.
Yeah, I was actually going to say, just the amount of clients that I've been showing around houses the last few weeks. One particularly today, and he was just like, "Do you know what?" He's just like, because obviously we rang him before this house is even on the market, and his reaction was, "You know what? There's just nothing coming on the market. I can't. Whatever I go to is selling." I just think that's obviously this is August, as me and Kev were discussing before, and it's probably been the slowest. And I think that's just because everyone's appreciating the fact that restrictions have lifted. You can go abroad, you can go and do what you want. So, in all due respect, I don't really blame anybody for not focusing on the house this month. And regardless, as one thing that I've always found is people always say winter's obviously a buyer's market. I don't think that's going to be I don't think it's ever been the case. I think a house will sell no matter what. But I think more so this winter, I think what we'll get is people next month particularly, because of how obviously solicitors are they're not taking the time at the moment, that's the right word for how busy it is, but I think people will twig on and go. Yeah. So sorry any solicitors watching. I think what they'll think about is, right, if I put my house in September, I will be moved now for January. I'm not going to worry about Christmas. I'll be moving after that, let's aim for January, early February. Yeah. And I think that's what we're going to find going forward, guys. Once these school holidays are over, bang.
I think people's priorities have changed. That stamp duty, the summer holidays, and people's priorities have changed, and I think for sure that's what they're doing, Matt. And some of them will hope to be in by Christmas, but I agree with you. I think even now, they could be struggling to get in there because of the backlog the solicitors have actually got. Just actually to mention there, because I know that many people I've spoken to about putting the houses on the market. They don't want to put the house on the market because they can't find anything, or blah blah blah. Or what people are tending to do is go and find something first and then come put the house on the market. But what has that impact on you as a vendor? Well, the impact is that you've got to put your house on quicker, so there's probably less details that the estate agent is spending time on your property to put it on the market, and maybe instead of putting it on a slightly bullish price, you've got to put it on a lower price to engage people, to get people interested, to get an offer in it, so you don't miss out on your property. So in theory, what I'm trying to say, and this was on Rightmove, which is something that I think we try and advise clients, whether they're our clients or someone else's clients, is the best thing to do is, if you want to be on the market, we coined the phrase of the week, didn't we? If you want to be in the market, you've got to be on the market. And I think that's still the same case. So have your house on the market and get interest in it. Now, this report actually goes on to say that people are tending then to have an offer accepted on their house, and even go as far as to having a survey done, and the results come back, the thumbs up, so the mortgage offer's out for the client before they start looking. But what that does, it puts them in such a fantastic position that when that property comes on the market, instead of them being 10th maybe in the queue for that property, they're likely in the first 1, 2 or 3 to give an opportunity to get it. So in theory, if you're thinking of moving, thinking of getting a house on the market, get it on the market now, get that interest on it, and something will just drop into place.
Well, I think we have definitely found that there has been some apprehension. Understandably, given that there isn't a massive amount out there to buy, there's a lot of apprehension about people putting the house on the market, because what happens if you can't find anywhere? Now we've done some changes for Lancaster, have done some changes recently to hopefully try and help people overcome that. And if anyone wants to have a little chat about that, we can do that. As a sort of risk-free way of getting to the market. So if you can't find anywhere, then we can walk away from it. But you do have to be in the market, as you rightly say, to be able to move on. Because if your house isn't on the market, you'll try and go and see something. You'll go, oh, I really like that, but there's probably been 10 other people looking at that same house. So if you can't offer there and then to move, you're not in the running for it. Somebody else is going to buy it.
Exactly.
You do sort of have to.
Well, I'd say if anyone's watching this as well that has tried to ring up an estate agent to go and book a viewing on a property, they would have probably been told by certain estate agents that if your house isn't on the market and you need to sell it, you can't go and view the property. So that's another little hurdle that people are having to overcome.
You can understand that, because
of course you can,
if there's 10 other people who are in a position to proceed, have sold their house already on the market, then the person who isn't on the market has got very little chance, unfortunately, about buying that house. So I can sort of see that. So we do try and work quite hard in terms of accommodating everybody, but the reality is that it's very difficult if you're not there. And one thing to add to that as well is that obviously it's been difficult for properties on the market all year. We've not had anyone who couldn't find a house, as far as I know. Everyone who has sold has been able to find their next property. And that isn't to say that they find one instantly.
No,
they do find one, and we've not.
Do you know what, Kevin? I think I'm a great believer in whatever's meant to be, but things tend to drop in place. The other thing as well is, as long as you're open and transparent to your buyer, and this is down to you and the estate agent, so whatever estate agent you're on the market with or you're going on the market with, speak to them first to say you are motivated, you do want to find somewhere, and you do want to sell. And as long as your buyer, so has an offer accepted, your buyer is aware that, for example, Mr. Roberts he's definitely motivated, he's out looking for a property. If it's the right property for them, I tell you what, I bet you 99% of people, they'll quite happily wait for a period of time, not indefinitely, but they'll wait for a period of time. That might be 3 months, it might be 6 months, there will be a cut-off, but they'll give you that time. So, because little properties coming on the market, if people find the right property, but they're going to have to wait for the person to find the right house for them to move into, I think people will sit and wait, won't they?
Yeah, I think so. Going back to the original thing, is like how does the school holidays affect, or how are these school holidays affecting the market at the moment? How is the market at this particular moment in time? how do you guys see it being there? And I'll give you the data behind it in a second, but I'd just like to get your feelings behind the market at this particular moment in time.
I think listings have gone a bit quieter. Obviously, I know that from our kind of side. Obviously, valuations are still there, but whether people are hesitating, I still think sales are probably well over. Because whatever we've listed has sold, and whatever we're selling stuff before it even hits the market. So that's my prediction.
To be honest with you, Matthew, I think it's exactly the same. I think it's mirrored. There are less properties coming on the market for sure. Houses are selling again. Houses are selling. Back to what I said before, in that report. And if houses south of 300,000, I think they're selling. And I still think they'll continue to sell. There's a lack of those properties coming on the market, so they might get to a point where the sales will slightly dry up. But yeah, Kevin, I think there'll be more sales than instructions like we've seen over the last so many months. But I think there's less instructions this last month than that we've seen for maybe 3 months. I think I'd go along with that.
Okay. Well,
it's basically the same as Mel.
I'm going to share a
slide.
Took the data from Rightmove, and I've just popped it in a little presentation. I say presentation, just put it together for you guys to see, and for everyone out there just to have a look at. And we can sit and talk through this with everyone. No problem whatsoever. So I just split the data here, and I compared it to what would happen in August last year, which was a bit of a strange year, and 2019, which was a more normal year, obviously. So top bit is LA 1, 2, 3 and 4, which we look at, and as you can see there, new properties that come to the market. The 2019 and the 2020 are for the full month of August. Okay, 2021 is up to yesterday, so the 19th. So as you can see, new properties in LA 1, in fact in PR 145, I mean the numbers are so low compared to what they would be normally.
Aren't they? Yeah.
So low. I mean less than.
It's 25. It's only about 25% of more or less. Call it about 25%, isn't it? A quarter of what it was 2 years ago, and basically 50% less than this time last year.
Yeah. But if you look at sales, sales are probably going to be as good, if not just slightly under what they have been. Which is amazing. And then that at the bottom, I've put in the bottom is. In fact, I'll just get rid of the overlays just on the thing so it's a bit easy to see. At the bottom is the available properties that are shown on the market. So we sweep the data off Rightmove quite a lot. So
got you right. I
took the data in March 2020, so just before we went into the lockdown. And there was 1,200 properties, just over 1,200 in both of those areas, actually.
Yeah. So and they're literally, it's 50% more or less, isn't it?
Yeah. So you can see May this year, and then August, and that was actually to yesterday as well. So you can see how dramatic. There's half the amount of properties out there for people to buy at the moment.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That just sums it up, doesn't it? So
you can see
back to what I said before. Yeah.
You can see why people are slightly apprehensive to put the properties on, But there are still properties coming on. So, there will be stuff out there. There is stuff out there. We can.
So the only way to overcome all that, Kev, the only way to overcome it, right, just thinking, is if you want to move, don't look at any stats. If you want to move, get your house on the market, because that will solve both problems, won't it? More houses on the market, more sales. That's what it is. So
yeah, and if anyone
enjoy your holidays and crack on. Let's crack on in September, Matt.
Agreed.
If anyone wants to have a chat about any of this information, any of this data, wants to understand it a little bit more, drop us a message, send us a comment. I'll be happy to sort of go through some of these bits and pieces, because it is quite amazing when you look at the actual raw numbers behind what's going on.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
So we need to get more people onto the market. We spend a lot of time. In fact, we've recently reorganised some of our team to make sure that they are just calling out and just finding properties for people. as you're aware, we've got a couple of guys in the office who are actively, if you are our vendor, we are actively looking for properties for you, and not just for our own. We're continuously trawling Rightmove, looking for properties that are on with other agents.
Yeah, I was going to say, Kevin, I'm glad you mentioned that, because I was just going to add that to it, because I don't want people to think that we're just looking for properties with ourselves, but we're actually going out there looking for properties with other estate agents to help the clients.
In other areas, places that are outside of our areas, people are looking to move out the area. We're trying to move them because, we want our client to move. And if we can't help them move, then they can't move. Then we've sort of not done our job. So we spend a lot of time trying to find properties. So we've been quite successful with that this year. Like I say, I don't think there's anyone who hasn't been able to move, hasn't been able to find a property. We've sourced properties for everyone, as far as I know, up until today, unless I've missed something as we've been going along. But,
no.
So I think I say is, look, we've come up with a package where there's no risk for anyone wanting to come on the market. We will help anyone find property, but we need to have a chat with everyone to be able to talk through that. And Howard, Matt, you guys want to be speaking to these people, and I know you do. You're itching to speak to those people and to help people move house. So if you're out there, give us a call, drop us a message.
Exactly. Yeah, do that. As I say, even if, can I say, Kevin, even if they're on the market with someone else, they're not registered with us, give us a ring. We'll try to find the house anyway.
I think that, do you know what I'd even say? Even if you don't, if it's night and you can't be bothered ringing, or during the day if you're at work, just message on Facebook as well. That's great. Myself and Howard have access to that as well. The other colleagues do, and obviously if they see it's for the attention of one of us, that's great. A message is great because it's literally just pick up your phone, crack on.
I was going to say, even out of office hours, we get those messages that come through to our phones. So even out of office hours, don't worry, drop us a line and one of us will get back to you. So simple as that. Nothing's too much, to be honest.
Brilliant. Right, okay, guys. Well, I think there's some good info there. I think the conclusion there is that school holidays do affect. However, I think just the way that the market is probably affecting more at the moment than school holidays. But we are here for helping. So, please do give us a call, do drop us a message. As the guys say, if you sat there 8, 9 o'clock at night, you want the answer to a question, send us a message. We'll try and answer it there and then. If not, we'll be on to it first thing in the morning. So, the key thing is that we are here. So, 2 weeks from today, I'm not actually here. I'm sure Howard and Matt will be. We'll sort that out. But until then, have a lovely bank holiday. The weather is meant to get a bit better, I believe. So have fun, everyone.
Hey, if you're about for bank holiday,
there you go.
What I'm going to say.
Get your plug in. Go on.
On the 29th, which is the Sunday, I'm actually coming out of retirement to play in a rugby game. Woohoo!
Retirement? You want to hear, young lad?
Mate, when you had as many injuries as what I had, you realise work's more important when you keep getting injured. But anyway, I am coming out of retirement. It's for a family member of mine. We are raising money for, many people haven't heard of this, it's called Agri-Thrive-Process. I hope I've said that correctly again. But basically, so it's a family member of mine. His daughter has this ultra-rare condition, and we can pay for surgeries to take her to Poland or America. So at the Vale of Loon on the Sunday the 29th, we will be playing a rugby game, 1 o'clock kick-off. The bar will be open, there'll be food served, and also we have some amazing raffle prizes, and there will be an auction as well. We've got signed sports memorabilia from rugby, football teams, you name it, national teams, we've got it all. And also, it'll be a great laugh just to see me with a dad body running around the pitch out of breath and probably tripping over a lot of my shoelaces. I have been going running. But yeah, there you go. Anybody watching this, get yourself down for a great day.
Excellent. Make sure you're there.
Have a good day. Have a great day.
Have a great day. Right. See you later, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us. Bye-bye.